Hello, guys, and welcome back to episode 9 of the Birmingham City Save with me, Alex. And today it is the final day of the Championship season. And then where have we ended up? We've ended up in a very, very respectable 8th or ninth. We just missed out on the playoffs, and this is the reason why. So we go to our schedule. You look at who we've had to play. We played Leicester last time round, and that's where we ended it. Bacuna, James, Roberts, all getting the goals in there because Jay Stansfield, I think he picked up the injury, not in this one, but maybe in the Cardiff game. Yes, in the Cardiff game after. But this was the last time we were able to use Jay Stansfield this season, and that is a shame. But they managed to get a goal back in the 92nd minute, but we managed to get a good result against Leicester. Then, against Cardiff, this game, we managed to get a good win against Cardiff 3-2. Aaron Ramsey, 71st minute. The man himself, the ex-Arsenal player and the ex-Juventus, Nice and Rangers player, he managed to get a good goal in this one. But then, in the 85th minute, Bacuna steps up, scores the penalty. Jay Stansfield went off injured, but we managed to get a good win in that one. A Tebow getting a goal in that one. A beautiful goal by him in this one as well. Then, the absolute thrashing. Tyler Roberts, 3 goals against Coventry. 3 goals, 5-1. And this goal itself, George Hall in the 12th minute, the 3rd goal of the game. This was an absolute peach. He picks it up miles away from the goal. As you can see here, Miyoshi into George Hall, Tyler Roberts to George Hall, and what a goal! What a goal that was. He's been sitting on the bench majority of the season, but a looping goal over the keeper, 5-1. And at this point, that's us in this like cyan colour. We started off the season pretty poor, really. Then it got, we were flying pretty high at this point. Match 17, we beat Sheffield 3-1, I think it is, and we were sitting in 7th at that point. And then we managed to get into this game here, which was against Coventry, 5-1. You're looking at the point there. We're 7th. We're 8th, sorry, we're 8th. At that point, Leicester, they were here and there. You can see here that actually Hull weren't doing too well. They were sitting again in, well, 7th, yeah, above us. Anything could have gone for us. You see Leicester, Middlesbrough there were in awful form. They could have dropped as well. Everyone started winning games around that point, and we just couldn't capitalise on it. And that is the shame, really. But today we do have Norwich. We have Norwich. I thought I'd see out the end of the season. We might as well do. Might as well bring all the guys back into the game. Ethan Laird is out with an injury still. Stansfield comes back for the last game of the season. We'll put him onto the bench. Jordan James comes back into the side. I'm going to bring him in for Peter Atibo and then play Pike Sung-ho deeper in that role. It's been an alright season. It's been okay. We've got a last game against Norwich. We're going to absolutely go for it. We're going to go positive. We're going to see off Drama, Iwu, Forson, Stansfield and Dozzle. They're all going to leave us. There's quite a few players leaving on contracts as well. It's going to be a bit, as I say, of a factory reset really for this side. We've brought in a new regime. We've gone back to the old logo, the first logo for Birmingham. Let's go and give our fans a bit of an appreciation. I need a strong defence today. We want to dominate the midfield. And come on, boys. We've got faith in the striker as well. I think it's going to be, I'll get into the game, I'll finish off the game, and then we'll have a look at how the season's gone. But for the rebrand, for a brand new start, I'm pretty happy. And this is going to be a very interesting game here. Norwich at home, they are promoted. They're going back up to the Premier League. Southampton, Ipswich, Leicester, and it's looking like it's going to be Middlesbrough rather than Hull, but that'll be the interesting one to see the end of the season. Norwich, well, we don't really care for Norwich. We'll probably try and get the league table up to see what we can do for ourselves. Tyler Roberts picks up the ball in the 3rd minute here, though, at home. Forcing on this left-hand side instead to start this game, and he hits the post from the off. Park Sung-ho, can he get that out wide? Drama's there. Go on, boys, get forward. If you look at the analysis, this is the one. This is what I want to be watching. Latest scores, the league table. It looks like Middlesbrough are going to be going into that 6th spot for now. They've gone 1-0 up. Diallo scoring for them. Park Sung-ho stands over a free kick in our game here, though. Can we score this one? He just puts it over the bar. But then you look at Iwu. Can we replace someone like him? That's the question. We're going to have to try and put a lot of money into someone like that. As Force and Bacuna have gone off, both injured. Are they both off the pitch? Stacey's off the pitch. I know Forson is. Bacuna's still on there, though. Bacuna, Tyler Roberts in the box. Will he pull it back, though? He doesn't. Borja signs. Goes in with a horrible tackle on him when he's already injured there. And he's not going to be him seeing red as the physio has left Forson. He's gone over to Bacuna. It's a red. It's a red. And this, for half time, we've got 2 injuries. I'm gonna make the changes now. I think I'm gonna make the changes. Forcing off on that left hand side. Let's bring Dembele on that left hand side, and then Bakuna off, and let's bring on Miyoshi in replacement for him. Those two picking up injuries. I don't really want to do much for that. You're doing well. Keep going. We actually are doing well, believe it or not. You know, against Norwich, who are second in the league, 94 points, 29 wins. It's something we're aiming to do. We're only 6 points off sixth. You know, if we get a win here, I want to see how respectable we can be. We aim for 50 points. I mean, we've absolutely blown that out of the park. Park Sung-ho, we can stay going positive, but Park Sung-ho has really, really done something for this side. Miyoshi on the turn! Koji Miyoshi with his 9th goal of the season comes off the bench. He's been fantastic when coming off the bench. He's been absolutely sensational. And for now, I think, you know, we've got to keep him around 8k a week. I don't know if his contract runs out at the end of next season, but for now, we'll keep him around. John Ruddy, we need to replace him. We need to get in a replacement. Drama, Ethan Laird keeps getting injured, and it's becoming an issue. Is he going to be the long-standing player in that left-back role? That's the other question. Dembele, as Grant Hanley's just absolutely beating everyone in the air there on a yellow. We need to try and get something out of this game if we can. I'd like to try and get a win. The last game of the season, it'd be brilliant to get a win. Really good to get a win for this one. Hanley heads that home. But for now, I think looking forwards, I think this is a respectable season. 78 points. Well, 76 now. But 78 points if we win this, which, I mean, we're going to go for it. We're absolutely going to go for it. George Hall we're going to bring on, who scored that absolutely sensational goal. We're going to bring on Jay Stansfield to see out the rest of this game as well as Drama comes forward. Sanderson, looks like we've got another potential highlight here. Sanderson goes wide, pushing him out from the centre-back role. Wins the ball back. Park Sung-ho into Miyoshi. It's a terrible foul by Gibbs. It's a shocking foul. And is that going to be Miyoshi taking it? That's the question. It is. For his second goal of this game coming off the bench, he's beyond for his hat-trick. He puts it confidently into that bottom left-hand corner. We're going to bring on Bielik to see out the rest of the game in the centre-back role. I think that'll be the last of our substitutions. It will be. It definitely will be. Miyoshi rifles it home. It's 2-1 to us now, 67th minute. I'd say plain sailing, but Norwich, they're very strong side as Gibbs goes off injured after giving away the penalty. Nunez whips one in. It's in the air. It's Hanley again. Oh, lads. Come on. Demand more. That was shocking. We all go towards the ball. We're all ball watching. Hanley has and that is so poor by John Ruddy. That is so poor by John Ruddy. You know what? Let's go attacking to see out the rest of this game. 80th minute now. Let's see if we can get a win for our final game of the year. Miyoshi on for a hat-trick. Hanley, the centre-back, on for a hat-trick. 85th minute, Buchanan on the ball into Jordan James. He's been magic for us this season. Really developed well under the watchful eye of us this season. 3-2 would be a brilliant scoreline for us if we can, and it'll put us in 78 points, which is something that we would never have expected. 9 minutes added time. Come on, lads. Last push. Let's encourage him. McCallum, can we get this away? Gibson, it's in towards the near post. It's off to Osbar and Jonathan Rowe. A 10-man, Norwich. I've just come back and beaten us when it should have been easy pickings. It really should have been. We can't end it on a high to end this season. It was always going to be difficult against a very good Norwich side, a really good Norwich side. Rowe took that away in the 97th minute, and I doubt we're going to come back from this one. But for now, that's it. That's the end of the game. Hands on hips. We should have scored more, but it is what it is. And to end the season, that is a very interesting one. 75 points. We did lose in the end. Bristol City, both of us lost. So we finished 9 points off 6th. 25 goals difference. That's what we had, which is very good. I think, you look at the rest of the league, we've actually done very well there. 40, the maximum for Southampton and Norwich. We see Middlesbrough, Southampton, Leicester and Ipswich going into the playoffs. You've got to be honest. Do we, who's coming down? That's the question. We've got to see who's coming down. Now, finances, minus 9 million. It's not looking great. Not looking great at all. The current spendings that we've got, if we look at the squad, we've got the wages here. 22k, we're going to see Scott Hogan go, Neil Etheridge go. Sunjic is going to be leaving us as well. I don't really see the point in bringing him back. He wasn't useful. He's technically not brilliant, so I can't really play him in them positions. 17k was just a bit too much. Bielik, he sat on the bench for the majority of the season, and it's whether or not I keep him on. That's the question. Because 16k for a man of like his stature, 7 million. It'd be brilliant to try and, get him into the squad, but I don't really see where he fits. He's not Jordan James. He sits on the bench. He's not an Atibo. He's not a Pike Sung-ho. Bakuna comes in and does a brilliant job to replace like anyone in that midfield area, and even on the wings, he does a brilliant job. So yeah, going to be an interesting one to see how we end up next season. So if you look at this here, we've got the staff view. We're going to have to look at some of the wages here. Obviously, I'm on £29,500 a week, which is perfect money for it, if you ask me. Assistant manager Pete Shuttleworth, he is not worth all 8k a week. That is an absolute waste of time. That's a player. That's a player. And to me, I could do just without him. But, if you want mutual termination, I'm going to offer it. But we'll see how much he wants to mutually terminate that. Again, Ashley Cole, Mark Venus, these two here. Ashley Cole, I just don't think he's much cop, I'll be honest with you. And same for Mark Venus. He's all right, but he's, again, not much cop. So again, for these two, let's try and mutual terminate these again. Other than that, I'm happy with everyone else. They're quite cheap. They're relatively cheap. Good fitness coaches in there. If you look at what they want here, it's 400k, 270, 170. Do we just do that now and take the hit? I think we do. I think we take the hit now. Because as much as I could bring in transfers with that, I'm looking to sell a lot of players anyway, and I'd rather just get these players off the books, to be honest with you. And that'll be that. So in the Championship, who do you think will go up? That's the question. We've got Ipswich, Leicester, Southampton and Middlesbrough, all within 2 points of each other. That'll be a very entertaining playoffs run. I think it'll be Ipswich, Middlesbrough and Leicester, Southampton against each other. That'll be very interesting to watch. Then, in the Premier League itself, let's have a look who have done well in that one. The Premier League, there's 2 more games to be played here. There's 2 more games. Luton relegated, definitely. Sheffield United relegated, definitely. Wolves. Burnley going to survive. Wolves are going to go down. With the talent they've got, Nori. That'll be a definite climb straight back up if they go down. That's an interesting one. We've got to compete with Wolves. But for now, we're going to end it there. And that draws a close to Season 1. Season 1, fantastic stuff. I mean, I couldn't have asked for much more. 50 points was what Birmingham finished on in the league this season and got relegated. 25 points above that. We have finished on 75 points, which is brilliant. 8th in the league. This is what I thought Wayne Rooney might have done. Really fired on, brought in some talent in the January. But for now, thank you guys for watching. It's end of Season 1. I'll come back. We're going to see who gets promoted, see who gets relegated. Are Wolves going to end up in the Championship again? Can we maybe scout some players and bring in some really good talent? That's what I'll be bringing you next time as well, the transfer window for Season 2. Planning mid-table, 12th. We've beaten the odds. Next season, again, mid-table. Maybe challenge for the playoffs. Let's see what we can do. Leeds and Norwich out the equation. There's a lot of good teams there, though, because we're going to see Sheffield United and Luton coming down, who arguably aren't as strong as Leeds and Norwich. So yeah, we'll see how we fare next time around. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did as ever, please leave a like and subscribe if you are new and enjoying this content. And I'll catch you in the next one. From me, Alex. Have a great day. Ciao.